2022 saw the return of A24 and their dominance on the horror genre. However, not all of their movies are on my list. I do have one. Let's get to my 15 best horror movies of 2022. And at the 15 spot, I have Slapface. It came out in 2021 at festivals, but on Shudder, it came out in 2022. Slapface is a unique movie, and it has themes that we saw in Black Phone, and that's like child abuse and serious matters of abuse, and it has these supernatural aspects that I really felt it needs to be seen because the actor and the witch character in the movie was definitely a unique horror movie. At the 14th spot, I have Dario Argento's return to Gallo, Dark Glasses. I was super hyped to see this movie. Now, he did return to his... I don't think he returned to his 70s, 80s form, but he's not going to make another Tremby or Inferno anytime soon. But this is at least as good as his Stendhal syndrome and trauma, his 90s stuff. And I was glad to see Dario back. His daughter, Asia Argento's in it. So it was, like the whole character who's blind and who's being chased by a murderer. I've seen it done before, but it has some good gore that was reminiscent of Dario's older stuff. So at 14, had he returned back to form, obviously it would be on my top 5. But I still think if you're a fan of his movies, his Gallo movies, check out Dark Glasses at 14. At 13, I had Mad God. I heard that the director of this movie, it's a stop animation movie. It took him 10 or 15 years to make this movie. It shows. You could see that it was meticulously made, meticulously nightmarish, meticulously disgusting to watch. This guy's warped stop animation movie, Mad God. The movie is mad. It's a mad movie. At 13, Mad God. Wild movie. Definitely a crazy experience to watch Mad God. I watched that on Shudder also. Next up, at the 12th spot, we have VHS 99. I love these anthology movies. I think I like 94 a little bit more, but 99 is no schlub. They got some more, a lot of cool segments. There's a segment about this punk band that comes to life and eats these people. That was a cool segment. Check out if you like all the anthologies were pretty awesome. There's one where they go into hell. It's a good addition. At 11, this is a little controversial because I know a lot of people were mad at this movie. I liked it. I liked Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. I don't like 4 and 5. So I actually I think this was the strongest one of this new series. Look, he wasn't the main killer. So what? I really like Halloween Ends. Honestly, atmospheric wise, I like the idea of Haydenfield. Just I thought atmospheric wise, soundtrack wise, it was Carpenter. Soundtrack wise, it was Carpenter. And direction wise, it kept the vibe going. So I really like the Halloween ends. All right, at 10 we have The Innocents, and this is a weird movie. It's sort of like these evil children with superpowers, and they use it for like horrible reasons, like killing animals and hurting each other. Very dark movie, The Innocents. Check it out. It's really dark. You know, it's not a kids movie. It has kids in it, but it's a dark movie. At number 9, we have Dash Cam. Dash Cam is really good. It's a found footage movie done with a dash cam, and she's not an Uber driver, but she picks up someone who has this disease, and it's like this. She's like got demonic powers, and I just thought it was original how it was done, the found footage way. I don't, it gets really bloody at times, really gory, very unpredictable. I liked it. Check out Dashcam. 8, we all going to the World's Fair. Super dark movie. I think what we are all going to the World's Fair tackles is the whole Slenderman phenomenon told in a different format, and the the sadness and the depression that goes with these girls going to these deep dives, these K holes of just like forcing them to get immersed into to the point where they're like hurting themselves in suicide. Very dark movie. I like the way it was told. It's very emotional. It's a good movie too. All right, 7. We got Black Phone. Ethan Hawke. He's this child abductor with a mask. It takes place in the late 70s. Feels early 80s. Captures the time. For a horror movie, it like real. It was good. It was a good thriller horror movie that captures the vibe of the that stranger danger fear of being kidnapped by a creep in a van. Uh, Definitely like Black Phone. So yeah, everyone I talk to likes Black Phone, and Ethan Hawke does a great job being a scary guy. Number 6, Jordan Peele's Nope. I know a lot of people were like, Nope's not really a horror movie, because of the what the villain is. But I'm not going to spoil it. You need to see it. But it does have these cool moments where it actually gets pretty bloody, very suspenseful, and it's kind of like the first Alien, where that's pretty much a slasher in space. You get to Aliens, that's just a action movie slash horror mostly. But Nope is just it's more the emphasis on horror. So and I actually think this Nope is my favorite of the Jordan Peele stuff, and I know it's controversial because everyone likes to Get Out. Number 5, we're getting to the top 5. Uh, Barbarian. Now I know it took about 30 minutes for this movie to get rolling, and a lot of people are like, "Listen, something bad's gonna happen." It's just the girl and Bill Skarsgård from It. Uh, you think there's something not right, like Gil, leave the house, and then ultimately something bad happens without spoiling, and then we actually get into the movie after that scene. But I think that build-up is probably the best scare of the year, and what we get after that is a second build-up with Justin Long, and I liked it. I like Barbarian. Uh, I like the whole thing of the rundown neighborhood. It's a good horror movie. All right. before we get to 4, I want to do some honorable mentions. So, I did like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I did like Cursed. Seafaring was pretty good. The new Hellraiser was pretty good. I thought Firestarter got a bad rep. It wasn't that great though. Spies. I liked the ending. I didn't really like the rest of the movie. Men was freaking weird. Watcher. You Are Not My Mother. Spider Night. And You Are Not Alone. I thought all those movies were really good watches, but they're not on my top 15. Okay. Number 4. This is Speak No Evil. This will go down as the most depressing movie of the year. Hard to watch. It's just like you watch the movie and it's like this family meets this other family on a trip, and they invite them just random on a trip to like I think it was Italy, and they're like, hey, you should meet us back at our house, and they do, and when they get to their house, they're not that nice, and they start it, and you're like, you want them just to leave, but it gets more depressing, and the other family gets meaner and meaner, and they start like abusing the kid, and the way it ends, it's just be like, you just like, oh. It's just like the biggest ending of the year. Speak No Evil. Number 3, X. Yeah, Ty West. I've been following his movies for a while. All the way back to The Roost, and he's just he's been an indie guy, and now with A24, Mia Goth, set in the 70s with a porno. Excellent movie. I loved that. It was a great horror movie. Atmospheric at the time, 70s, and it. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought Mia Goth was great in that movie. Definitely check out X. It's on my number 3. All right, number 2. The Sadness. All right, so The Sadness was on my number 1 for a long time till my number 1 I saw recently. It's sort of like a COVID era Asia movie. I think it was Taiwan, and it's like a zombie COVID movie where people go ballistic. They play out their worst desires, like their worst lust desires, and like eating people's brains and like raping and killing and blood all over the place. It's super bloody. But by the end of the movie, I was just like, oh my god, the like buckets of blood. Seriously intense movie. Seriously intense. All right, that brings us to 1. Or The Clown, Terrifier 2. Holy crap! This one, I said, listen, Terrifier 1 was good, but this was ballistic. This movie was balls nuts. It was ballistic. And Art the Clown, this movie has one of the craziest kills in all year. Definitely worthy the best movie of 2022. And I think this is going to be a franchise. We're going to see a lot more of Art the Clown. Let me know what your favorite horror movie of the year was. If I missed out on anything, I tried to get most everything in there. I might do a little bit of talk longer about the ones that I talked in my honorable mentions. But what were some of your favorites? All right, everyone. Talk to you later. See you next year for next year's best movies, horror movies. Later.